Breakfast.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Yes, indeed. And joining us now, Jayson Bryant with Unscrewed. Certainly starting to feel a little bit unscrewed here in the Kiwi studio. Also
Unhinged.
Sam Collins as well. Go there, Sam.
Snuck in.
Unhinged, unscrewed.
Yeah.
Now, well, I was just mentioning it a little bit earlier on this morning that Jayson Bryant has had a bit of a sleepless night because he'd been sleeping out in the elements in Auckland City, and it was a very rough night in Auckland City, it's got to be said, but for the great sleep outs to raise awareness for homeless people. Jayson, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good now that I've had a coffee. But it was...
You don't look any good, got to say.
Thanks. I'm just assuming that most of your viewers won't be watching your live stream and can't see my matchsticks. But it is quite a humbling experience. And there's a lot of camaraderie there, and it's kind of like there's a lot of bonding, and it's like a mini Auckland social network that went on last night.
About 100 people across the spectrum of media, CEOs.
Yeah, just kind of leaders in the community.
And you.
And you.
Yeah.
Jayson
Somehow I sneaked in. And then you had to raise online, or you can do it offline, but I chose to raise all mine online funds to help.
It's kind of like a 40-hour famine or whatever they call it.
Yeah. The nice thing about this, and this is the thing, and the key for me, is that they're not just offering a service, they're offering people a channel and a way out, an avenue and a way out.
Yeah.
They're not just serving up food like the City Mission, they're making people work within that.
Yeah.
And now they've got a cafe on K Road, and they've also got a catering company.
Okay.
And so they're offering these people kind of job experience, they offer them financial planning and everything like that goes along with getting them off the streets, finding them houses and stuff like that.
Cool. So it's a great cause. But how did it work last night? So what time did you turn up?
We turned up, but after we'd had a couple of drinks to keep us warm, we turned up at 6 o'clock, and then we were. Did
you turn up with your fingerless gloves and your big jacket?
And a bottle in a brown paper bag.
Yeah.
I turned up with two sleeping bags, a big bag, but that contained two sleeping bags, an iPad, a charger, an iPhone.
You didn't grow a beard or something for this?
Not overnight. I'm not that much.
No,
masculine.
I mean, but as beforehand.
No.
Just to look the part.
No. I felt it was all about taking part rather than looking the part.
Okay.
So how much was the iPhone and the iPad there for the taking part? How did that add to the experience?
Well, because my iPhone ran out of battery.
And that was like the end of the world.
Yeah,
but that's okay because you had your iPad.
I had my iPad, and so I was able to watch the Tour de France a little bit because you can laugh, boys. But it's important to me.
Okay.
But it was quite funny, and also kind of Eric Young and I was playing cricket, stick cricket, across Wi-Fi.
Across Wi-Fi.
I know.
This doesn't sound like the homeless experience.
But we were outside, and the three of us, Vaughan, myself,
and
Eric.
So you're telling me it's not a homeless experience? You were just camping?
No, because we had tarps that we needed because it started to rain. And
did you have your own doorway? Is that how?
No, there was the three of us. We were stuck under the stairs in the AUT.
On the concrete.
On the concrete.
Yeah.
But they did have these big kind of LifeWise mats.
Yeah.
That had your name printed and.
Big spongy mats.
Not big spongy, just cardboard. Okay, with your name on, so that you had your designated place. And so in our wisdom, we decided under the stairs. Oh yeah, no rain, and it looked nice and clear night. And then after we'd had all of these people talk to us about their experience and on the street, and then using LifeWise as an avenue to get rehabilitated back into normal society, we kind of hunkered down and we slept out in the rough.
When you say sleep, did you manage to catch any winks?
Well, I would like to say yes, but first off, Eric Young snores like a big train, an old style, not electric.
Yeah.
And then actors came in playing drunk people as if kind of this is real life and this is what we do to the homeless.
Right.
And so that was pretty cool.
So they've been down in the viaduct all night.
And and then they're
walking past you guys at 3 a.m.
Yeah, and so that was quite interesting. And then the dog barked, and then there was some roadworks going on behind us, and then the dog barked again, and then some other drunk people were off in the distance. And by that time, it was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And I got up and went and had a coffee, and I got home at about 8 o'clock.
And like a true hobo, you go and grab a bottle of wine at 9 a.m. in the morning and bring it into the Kiwi
Exactly,
studio.
but it hasn't got a brown paper bag. And the reason why I chose it is because it's almost red, and this was my kind of fairly tenuous, but hopefully not too tenuous, link to Sir Peter Blake Day. Today.
Yes.
So
Red socks and all that.
Red socks, and so we had to have a picture this morning with red socks. We didn't want to take our shoes off because it would a bit cold. And so
what
we
is
just put
Peter
them
Blake Day, actually? What is it?
It's about leadership.
Okay.
Business
and stuff?
not just business, but leaders within the community.
Right.
So it's kind of a nice synergy between the Big Sleep Out and obviously Peter Blake Day.
Yeah, and no one will blame you for shooting a pirate.
No, exactly. So we brought...
Not today.
Not today.
One day a year.
And the name was quite interesting because obviously Sir Peter Blake was anchored, and this is
Oh, yeah.
yeah. There's a
yacht,
little bit of thought that's gone into this.
Yeah.
Anchorage winemakers released Pinot Noir Rosé.
Yeah.
And it's from Nelson. Another nautical connection, Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
I try to make it.
They're on the coast there.
They're on, no, but also Admiral Nelson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there was a little bit.
Oh, you've
Sailing the high
really
seas.
thought about this today. This is really nice.
Bit of time to think last night, one might think.
Yeah.
Well, you were Googling on your
I have
iPad.
to consider. But it really does sound like you and Eric Young, couple of old women. Sort of grumpy old woman sleeping out there.
Grumpy?
Yeah.
We weren't grumpy.
Yeah. No?
No, we were. Well, I say we weren't grumpy.
And you got wet. It was
Got very wet.
pretty bad at
And
one
basically, the tarpaulin helped a little bit.
point.
It stopped the top part of the sleeping bag getting wet, but because there's always a gradient in the courtyard,
Yeah.
we happened to be sleeping where the water runs to.
It sounded like Glastonbury without the music, you know?
Without the music and without the
So
mud.
then- yeah.
But you just got wet. And so apart from that, it's just like Glastonbury.
But without the entertainment.
Without the entertainment.
Apart
But
from
we,
your
On the
iPad.
Wi-Fi.
we created entertainment.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Anyway, let's have a smell.
and a lot of New Zealand wineries got behind me. Like the Eco Store got behind me, which is not a New Zealand winery, but we're a New Zealand company, and St Clair and Greystone, Misha's Vineyard.
Oh, good on them.
So the wine community really got behind my fundraising as well. So a big shout out and thanks to all of those guys as well. Anyway, back to this, which is Pinot Rosé. Do you know it smells of bubblegum? I get that kind of
Yeah, that's
bubblicious. Bubblicious. Did you have bubblicious over here? No? Hubba Bubba?
Hubba Bubba,
Hubba Bubba.
Yeah. Okay,
Great
Hubba
Hubba
Bubba.
Bubba.
Always lost its taste within 2 minutes.
but
Yeah. Those artificial.
And then you're left like chewing this
strawberry.
big, and you get the sore jaw. Yeah.
It's quite nice, I have to say.
It's a bit drier than I thought it was going to be. It's sweet on the end, but it starts off a bit dry, and there's almost a bit of spearmint, Hubba Bubba, now strawberry and cream.
I'll tell you what, I never go for a rosé when
Why not?
when I'm picking out a wine.
Is it not masculine enough for you?
No, but because I always forget how surprised and how much I love it every time.
If
The
you could
quest-
see the hulking Wammo,
Yeah,
you'd
oh,
understand
huge.
why he didn't pick rosé.
No, it's just that you just go, oh, rosé. You know.
My question is, especially this time of year, there's probably a lot of people that may spot the rosé and go, "Oh no, that's a summer drink."
Yeah, no,
And
absolutely.
Is that that's
It's quite food friendly.
As a bit warm, like this isn't ice cold like you drink
No.
like a rosé in the summertime because you want something really cool and refreshing. But this, it definitely has more just a little bit more bite to it. And it's quite nice for a cold day like today.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that was because it's not overly cold; it's just wet out there.
Exactly. 24 degrees in the studio right now.
Yeah. And so this, you don't need to chill it; just room temperature. Kind of like 18, 20. It's pretty food friendly. Have it with a bit of pork or something like that.
Nice.
Pork belly.
Yep.
Bob's your uncle. Kind of.
Or your dad in my case.
He was my granddad. Yeah.
Not related to any Bobs.
Anyway.
Okay.
I feel left out.
86 points for a rosé. For a New Zealand rosé. It's almost got a bit of tobacco on the end there. Now I'm getting that. Are you getting that?
A little bit, yeah.
Tobacco leaf.
Suggestive.
Yeah, no, it is possibly suggestive. But yeah, I think it's a solid effort.
All right. Okay. That
That's the end of the
that
conversation.
was unscrewed,
Unhinged,
unhinged.
unkempt.
So Jason Bryant, I think, he did very well to communicate at all this morning. That's nice one.
Thanks, Wammo.
Unscrewed.co.nz.